Hello peeps on the internet. Today I'm going to be doing a requested review on Makuta Bloodtide because blah. Sorry this is a little late. I was planning on releasing this on Wednesday like I'm supposed to be doing, but unfortunately I had a job interview that day for an apprenticeship to do with computing and stuff like that, because obviously I'm nearly 19 now, so I can't just sit on my arse all day sponging off my parents. I need to actually work. So yeah, that is the reason why this review hasn't came out on Wednesday when it was supposed to. Because blah. Anyway, enough about my home life. Let's get to the actual show. This is Makuta Bloodtide. Makuta Bloodtide. He's also known as Dr. Bloodtide because he's a scientist of many mad, mysteriously magical things. He's a genius! Also, if you've been following any of my videos, you might notice there's been a slight change in his design. As you can see, he's got these weird freaking horns that are different. He used to have those weird Burrock teeth horn things, but they've mysteriously disappeared and gone to the nether regions of How to Basics arse. Okay? Well, first of all, I'm going to give you a quick spin. I'm going to give him a spin. It's like a fashion show. Oh, he's so fabulous! Oh, he is so fabulous, man. Look how fabulous he is. Yeah. Also, here's a bit of trivia. He's one of the few gay characters I've ever written. Yeah, he's gay. In fact, I think he's the only gay character I've heard of in Bionicle. So, yeah, go figure. Gay people could be in Bionicle too, you know. They can't all be straight. Then again, it's kind of debatable whether Bionicles should have love lives anyway, so... But I digress. This is Bloodtide. He's epic. He's epic, he's fabulous, he's Bloodtide. So anyway, I'm going to go into his backstory, which, by the way, may contain some spoilers for Bionicle Blogs. In fact, I can guarantee there will be some Bionicle Blog spoilers. So, if you don't want to absolutely destroy the series with spoilers about Bloodtide, then I recommend you go to the time depicted below. Yeah, there's going to be like an annotation there which will show the time where you should skip to avoid all the spoilingtons. So anyway, long ago in a distant land, Bloodtide wasn't called Bloodtide. His true name is Makuta Diabolica. He was the first person to be called Diabolica. The name Diabolica is a Matoran word which means he who will not bow. And it's a name which the Matoran carried on because after his legacy and stuff, because he became sort of like a legend for killing and murdering people. Anyway, the Matoran basically give that name to anyone who they consider to enjoy killing and bloodshed. Hence why that Zylac guy with the hat, I'll do a review on him next time, he became known as Diabolica, but his real name is Azura. So anyway, Bloodtide was called Diabolica. He chose the name Dr. Bloodtide because he joined the Dark Hunters at some point, and that became his nickname, Dr. Bloodtide. Okay, so basically what happened with Bloodtide is he wasn't exactly like the current Diabolica. The current Diabolica, his love of fighting and killing was pretty much derived because he enjoyed having really long battles with incredibly tough opponents. Bloodtide, on the other hand, didn't care about all that. He just loved killing. He didn't care about having a fight or a challenge. He just wanted to kill people. He's a psychopath. So yeah, he enjoyed killing people. But one day, I haven't really written this part in that much, so I don't know. But one day he had an epiphany. he started to realise that all these lives that he had taken up to this point actually mattered. They actually had significance. And as such, he started to feel remorse and guilt and all those lovely emotions for all the lives and things he has taken. And as such, he decided to give up his life of murder and bloodshed and changed his name to Dr. Bloodtide. And stuff. Oh yeah, also, while he was still called Diabolica, he was still a scientist. He didn't just start that after he decided, oh, I'm not going to go around killing people anymore. His experiments just became less cruel and sadistic and stuff like that. Because, and I cannot believe I'm making this sort of reference, but basically his experiments at the time made Dr. Mengelé's experiments during the Holocaust look like something that, I don't know, Dr. Rabbit would come up with. Yeah, he was awful. He was evil. He was fucked in the head. But he changed from that. He became mellow, if you will. He's more mellow than he was. He's not as crazy. Spoilers end here, by the way. Anyway, he joined the Alliance of Traitors. And basically what happened there when he joined the Alliance of Traitors, well, yeah, he just joined the Alliance of Traitors. And the emotion he symbolises is madness and insanity, because obviously due to his backstory he's completely freaking crazy. He's a psycho. And his nickname was obviously the Doctor, because yeah, he's a doctor. He's the Doctor, dude. He's the Doctor. He has his own TARDIS, which is behind him, by the way. Yeah, that thing there. That's the TARDIS. Anyway, enough of the ramblings. Let's get to some of his functions and abilities and stuff to do with Bloodtide. Yeah, obviously he has these wings right here, because he's a Makuta. Makutas have wings. But they don't really go up all that far because of his weird backpack thing. This weird backpack thing here, this contains many different combat drugs which Bloodtide uses. Such as there's pain inhibiting drugs flowing through these things and going into the pipes, which basically are injecting the drugs into his bloodstream, therefore preventing him from feeling any sort of pain while fighting. So it's pretty useful, I must say. Also, he has these blades. They're a very basic weapon, really. It's just a blade stuck to a rock limb, stuck to his arm. And then he has a little buzzsaw thing on the actual blade itself, which is, I don't know, it's designed for like surgical precision. It gives him more surgical precision while fighting. He has a total of 6 colours, or possibly even more, in his actual body, which is kind of strange. But it somehow works. His colour scheme just works for some odd reasons, despite the fact he has a shitload of colours. I mean, he has those weird translucent blue arm things, and he has the red arm, and then the grey limb, then yellow hand. And there's silver all over him, but the colour scheme is uniform. Sorry, some crap is popping up. Yeah. Okay, continuing. But the only part of his body that isn't really uniform is colour scheme. Well, obviously there's those green bits, but those can be like chemicals and stuff, so yeah. It's his head. His head is a completely different colour to the rest of his body. I would have gotten the silver cricket head, you know, the one that came with that weird Gladiatorian vehicle set. I don't know the name of it. I'll probably post an annotation in the video, so people won't start geeking out at me and saying, "You don't remember the name of that one vehicle? Oh my god!" No, I don't think of you people like that at all. Sorry, I'm just... Shut up! But it kind of does work in a way that his head's a different colour, because it looks like he's like wearing a suit of armour, but he isn't wearing any armour on his head. So think of it that way. He has blue eyes instead of red eyes like Cricker has. His head is also attached in a really customised way, because obviously you've got these horns here, which aren't actually real horns, they're false horns, which Bloodtide put on, not just for decoration, although he does think he looks fabulous with them on. These horns amplify his brainwaves and focus them, so essentially he can blow things up with his mind. So he just like focuses his brainwaves on a certain target, that it just spontaneously explodes. Yeah. So it's a pretty useful weapon, he can just blow things up with his mind. Epic. No one messes with Bloodtide. If you do, he'll blow you up with his mind. He uses science as a weapon. Other than that, his favourite attacks involve using plasma energy, which he fires at enemies and then just blows them up and electrocutes them and stuff like that. He just melts people and liquefies them with his plasma beams and shits. Anyway, I'm just going to remove his weird backpack thing so I can outstretch his wings, because why not? Also, I'll let you see how it's put together. See, can you sort of see that? You know, it's just the entire framing of it is just a pipe going through a bunch of Skrull/tumor blades, and it sort of somehow works as this weird, yeah, whatever. And of course, with this thing off, he can now outstretch his wings all the way and be like, "Oh yes, look at my wings. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar right up through that little open door." Okay, no, shut up, Bloodtide. As you can guess, Bloodtide's personality is very eccentric. He's very, very flamboyant, if you will. So he's completely psychotic, insane, he's flamboyant, he's just completely crazy. He also shows very little concern for other people's lives, because he's just so nonchalant. He's just nuts. He's just crazy, okay? We've established this already. He's crazy. Don't mess with the Bloodtide. You will die. And obviously he can use his mask power as well, because his mask is the Kanohi Crast. I hope I'm saying that right. So he can repel things, but also at the same time he can blow things up with his mind, so he can like repel things with the mask of repulsion, then blow them up at the same time. So it's like just have Dirge here, just repel, boom, there. He didn't even have to use his weapons, and yeah, that's a new MOC I've created, Dirge. I might review him at some point after I've finished the Alliance of Traitors, but as you can see, he's mostly Chima parts. Whoa, almost fell off. Oh, stop falling over, Dirge, you're ruining the video. Yeah, so anyway, his body design is basically a simple Inika body, but with a bunch of crap on. I mean, even his legs are pretty much Inika, basically standard Inika legs, but with like these weird buzzsaws here for no reason. And then he has the Terhordika chest plates with the Nuparu claw sort of attached Kazani style, so like he can protect his balls from attacks and whatever. So he is a pretty simple design overall, but it works. And I'm just going to show his back, because he has that weird Fohatu claw, which sort of helps support this when it's on. He's a simplistic design at heart, but because of all the stuff I add to him, it does make him look a lot more complicated than he actually is. I mean, pretty much, you could easily build this guy. Well, obviously you'd need to find some sort of material to make his weird cloak thing, but other than that, you should be fine. So I can't think of anything else to add. I'm going to write a wiki page on this guy as soon as possible. So if I've missed anything, then it will probably be in his wiki page. But again, that will probably contain the spoilers that I said were in this video, so I wouldn't recommend reading that. But oh yeah, I really need to get to that point in the Barnacle blog story, so that way you won't have to worry about the spoilers. Ugh. I just haven't had that much time to film Barnacle blogs because obviously I'm getting an apprenticeship now, but there you go, that's me. But when I do get an opportunity to film, I am going to take that opportunity, seize it, and hold it hostage. So, anyway, I think that's pretty much all I can say on Bloodtide. He's pretty epic. He's Bloodtide. He's got the epic articulation. He's quite well articulated. He's in icophy. That's pretty much all I can say on Bloodtide. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like Bloodtide. Do you like Bloodtide? Do you hate him? Do you think he's cool? Crappy? Or just give me feedback, but please constructive criticism if it's criticism, okay? Although I probably will ignore you anyway because I don't plan on changing his design anytime soon. It's just this bit that I've changed, the horns. So anyway, this has been Matthew Sensei 666. This has been Bloodtide, and me dirge. And this has been my diabetes insulin needle and stuff, and this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and so this has been Matthew Sensei 666, and all those things listed and the plot in the background as well, especially him. He put a lot into this video. Signing out, and good